Hello, it's time to finally look at the FNAF Security Breach Ruin trailer that was dropped a couple days ago. This was right after the movie teaser trailer that was dropped, which is absolutely insane. Everything FNAF this week, it's absolutely going to be off the hook. Seeing all of these things, I'm happy. I'm more than happy to cover this stuff. So first, though, we're going to look at the website, because the TV website from when they did the Fazbear and Friends cartoon, there's been some updates, and I see a few things here that I haven't seen anyone talk about. Okay, so first thing first, looking up the Security Breach TV site, and I saw something in the Google search bar. I was like, something is coming, something is here. And then Ruin a PNG, which is a transparent style, and then it says save ... And there's some stuff that's been exposed or been shown with this up here in the one corner. If I can highlight it there, you can't save this, is what it says right there in the highlighted. But what people haven't been showing off, if I actually highlight up here, let's see if this can show up. So the first one, I've seen this go around quite a bit, is you can't save this. This is a highlighted part of the page. Simply Control A will pop it up there, and you can see it there on the page. That's this one. But there's three others that I haven't seen anyone actually talk about. One is something is coming, something is near. And if you hover around the computer screen quite a bit, you got to move your mouse around it. It kind of is random. My best spot was up here along the top frame of it. It's popped up for me, but it doesn't show it on OBS. For some reason, OBS doesn't capture this properly. But for me, I was able to do this as a snippet capture and show that there. And then if you go over the Steel Wool Studio logos, the purple and the green one shows shadows within shadows, and the purple one is voices becoming screams. Okay, so we start off back at the Pizza Plex opening, where it was come back soon, the absolute start of the game where you're trying to escape and the gates come down. We don't see the shutters here, which is very strange. You would think you would see it shuttered in, because now Cassie, because that's been exposed, gets through a window in this case that's covered by newspaper. I'm not quite sure how this works, because that was a big window and you don't really see shattered glass, so it's kind of weird for me to see that it looks like that, where you can just jump through this window. If that was the case in Security Breach originally, why didn't Gregory just jump out the window?
Cassie, I hope you get this message. I'm trapped here at the Pizza Plex, or what's left of it. Don't have time to go into how I got here.
So scrolling ahead with the trailer here, you see all the places we've been. You see Gator Golf, you see the entrance, you see what looks like the stairs near one of the gift shops in the first area that you go up around the stairs where there's an ATM. It's very different. It's very dark, it's very shadowy, it's very, very much reminiscent of what's really happened to the place, what's happened to the Pizza Plex. It's gone completely derelict. Now, we don't know which ending was the real ending, if it was the Afton ending where everything collapsed on itself, or if it was where you freed Vanessa of the hold of the glitch trap, or now known possibly as the Mimic. We're not quite sure where this lies yet, and that will come in due time once the game comes out and we get to play it. Now, it's very different. It looks very much more dark, sinister, and foreboding on what has actually happened in this place.
But you've got to help me out. Save me, Cassie, please.
Now, when it comes to Save Me Please, where did we see that before? That was on the Ruin poster, where Gregory asks, he has written underneath him, "Help me," in that poster. It's well, it's going to be an interesting case here. Now, for this screenshot where it says "Close Forever" in the gold lettering, I've seen a couple people suggest that maybe that was Vanny going around writing that up, but Vanny's artwork is more of the heart there that looks more like a bunny ear in that sense. Who was in the Pizzaplex that went around spray painting these places? You've got random animatronics walking around, or are they no longer active? And at some point they just become active. There's so many questions here. You got to ask what's going on here. You've got Gregory, who is now trapped in the Pizzaplex that has been destroyed, and you would think this is a few months later where things just slowly decayed and slowly became ruined, and you can see the whole place has been rearranged in that sense through the whole trailer. So there's a lot of unanswered questions here at how long was Gregory there, how long has he been trapped, and how did he get a message out to Cassie at this point?
It's so dark down here.
Okay, this is where we get a screenshot of our new tool, the tool that we're going to use to be able to unlock things. It looks like it's got a dial. It kind of, to me, looks like it's almost like an RC car racing style tool. And because there is the racetrack here, it probably be something that goes along with finding a little car that you can drive around that can fit into small holes. On top of this being your tool that's going to unlock certain games or certain puzzles and be able to control things. You can see what looks like a speaker on there as well. And then it's got the Freddy Fazbear logo, or the look with the glam rock look for Freddy on there as well. So is this something, a device that maybe is found in his ruined body? It's hard to say. Where or what does this actually do? We'll have to wait to see in game. And now we have what looks like the new monitor stations, where you're going to actually have to stop playing the game and look at this monitor and know where things are going. This, I think, is going to be a better callback to the security cameras in Five Nights at Freddy's, where you have the console, you have the joystick, where you actually have to look at the camera, look down, look at the camera, look down. So there's going to this is going to be a certain challenge of the game that makes a positive callback to Five Nights at Freddy, to the idea of having to do the security camera games, the mini games that we always, they were the game originally. That's what made it. And this is going to be a giant callback to that. And I think it's going to do a very well version of it. You can see the joystick. It's the exact same thing that we see in the trailer, the movie trailer, in the FNAF 1 game on the desk, that sort of console that is there to control the security cameras. Well, it looks like one of the games is going to be connecting the wires like we see in Among Us. Are we going a little sus? Are we calling back to Gregory having to vent?
Gregory, run!
It's very interesting to see what has become of Montgomery Gator. He is a shell of his former self. He is just this bot that's trying to kill you without a brain anymore or anything. He's got nothing left to him, and yet he is still going. I think this is where you have to go. Is he possessed? Is he actually a animatronic at this point? You would think any animatronic that is melted down to this little left would just not function. So is this just pure rage that is encapsulating Montgomery being able to sit there and go through? You see later on where Cassie, in this case, fights it off as a jump scare before they die, or something like that as well. This scene where Chica's riding the conveyor belt. This is actually in the game, in the original game. There's a back room. You have to access it through either the voice box or Gator Claws in Security Breach, where there is these conveyor belts. It's kind of like way down deep when you go through the bare naked endo red light, green light game with the endos where if you look at them, it's kind of down in that area. But there is this conveyor belt, and at one point during my gameplays, we were able to glitch down into an area that was like this in particular, and you could see the conveyor belts, and it comes up, there's two vents, there's like an in and an out of these vents, and that's where this looks like Chica is riding on that vent. Where she goes, where she coming from, we're not quite sure, but this is obviously a area where they move a lot of things and move the endos with this. So this is, it's interesting to see that they're encapsulating a lot of areas you didn't really explore a lot. Like you see the cupcake area where if you didn't have to go down there. There was a couple items that you got in the original game. It was Chica's area with the cupcake. You see the Glamrock Salon. That was another area you never really explored unless you were doing the Princess Quest stuff. It's nice to see that they're highlighting all the unexplored, off the beaten path areas in this trailer. Well, one of the bigger theories being confirmed here, absolutely without a doubt, is that the sun and moon were the same animatronic. That when the darkness came, the moon came out. When the light was there, the sun was out. They were this dual entity sort of animatronic. And with the image that they've given us here with the sun and moon combined as one entity at this point, where he can no longer shift between the two, we now have where it is both.
Don't give up on me yet.
And then the use of the bunny mask, the Vanny mask, the original mask, because it's got the hairline on there, not the smooth one like the costume shows. But we have the Vanny mask, which lightens up the entire area. Lightening that entire area is, you kind of go, okay, there's more here. It's actually going to show you probably other pathways. It's going to show you the other half of the game. And then at the very end, we get this, what looks like a mimic or a bunny or some sort of symbol there, which I think that symbol that we see is actually the program booting up. To me, it looks like the hacker program. It's like your symbol. Each hacker has their mark, usually when it comes to games or theater. They have their mark and their symbol when their game boots up or when their hack boots up. And that's what it looks like to me, is this program is starting. Well, that's the trailer. That's my breakdown of what I saw throughout the trailer. There's a lot of questions here, mainly how did Gregory survive for this long being trapped in the Pizzaplex, and then how he's getting out there to Cassidy. There's images of Cassidy where you could see her bracelet where it shows stars. So I'm wondering if now we're going back to the arcade theory of it ends with stars. This was a theory that was going out for quite a while because the stars are pronounced on which ending you get. The stars end it, and because there's only really one 3-star ending, will that be the one that we went forward with it ending with stars? And then the color green is a big thing because they show Cassidy, Cassie's nails green meaning so many different things now in so many different theories. It's hard to keep track of everything that goes on with FNAF. I haven't been fully entrenched into the franchise. I am on the outside looking in, and that's where I am. Now, my theory on this is you were playing the girl that Bonnie was able to help escape the original time of the Pizzaplex. And how do I know that? I did this as an original video back a long time ago. I will link it probably here, where in Monty Golf, there is the half ripped off door in the bathroom, in the girls' bathroom, and you can see the claw marks going across it. So Monty was going after someone, and Bonnie was trying to get one of the children to escape. and I believe that's who we're playing as now. Cassie, who would have known Gregory at that time when Bonnie got her to escape. They probably were trying to escape both kids at the same time. Freddy had Gregory and Bonnie had Cassie. Well, I gotta say, it's fun having something to talk about that's a game that I'm excited to play and go forward because of how much lore is behind this. I've watched too many things on this. I wish I could read the books, but I just don't have them. It's not something that is affordable for me at the time, but maybe sometime in the near future, I can try and catch up on the 30 or so books that's out there for this franchise now. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix Cineshadow. I'm signing off here, and we will keep all the theories for the next one. Have yourselves a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe.